Welcome to Sports with Balls. Here are your hosts, Jeff Michael and Mike Scarborough.
What up?
Yo,
Man.
welcome back, baby.
I feel like it's been a minute.
It's been a while, man. You've been absent for a little bit.
I have, man. The show had to take a wee bit of a hiatus just for a couple of days. I got a little behind the weather, under the weather,
Yeah,
whatever you want to, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
But look, man, welcome into Sports with Balls. I am Jeff Michael. This is my boy Mike Scarborough, who has been with us a few weeks now, man. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, man, it's been great, man. That first time over there downtown, east side downtown, and here we are. Kick Christian's tailgate. Old school right here. This is old school.
This is
we are
old school, man. Yeah, you were there for one of the first shows.
I'm talking about old school, just period.
Oh, old school. Yeah. We've known each other for a while, man. But we're down here at 2000 Bagby at Christian's tailgate, man. Get down here. It's Thursday night. They have drink specials. They've got food. Their food is amazing. Mike and I might enjoy something here in a little bit. We'll see.
Yep. We're going to probably get some of them buffalo wings, a burger for sure.
Something, man. Y'all come down here and join us. We got an hour of the show live for you, commercial-free, Sports with Balls talk. And, man, it's going to get a little juicy tonight, so y'all get ready.
Yeah,
This
buddy.
is going to be a lot of fun, man. But, yeah, again, Nathan Small, what's going down? Good to see you on here. I'm sure we got a few people out there. Everybody that's on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all the other sites, thank you guys for joining in. Stop looking at my dating.
See, I was trying to say if I knew who she was, I could help you out with that, dude.
Oh my
Hey, they don't call me Goose for nothing, man. I do work. I do work for my friends now.
Dude.
I do work for my friends.
Wow, Sports with Balls. Definitely, man. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to go over. Couple people I want to thank. First off, we want to thank, let's go. Hold on real quick. Today's show, Brian White, man. This guy is killing it now. Attorney Brian White.
B-Dub.
If you're injured on a job for any reason, need real results from a real attorney, call Brian White. Best phone number in the business, 713-500-5000. 713-500-5000. I know he's doing something at a conference in like Vegas or something. Wow, all conferences in Vegas, man. That's the wrong place to have a conference.
For lawyers?
Yeah,
in
for
Vegas?
anybody. Like Alvin Kamara found that out this past weekend, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Also, Fitz Roofing, man. They just got nominated Best Roofing Company, I think in Houston or Texas. I got to look it up, man. But Corey Fitz over there at Fitz Roofing, man, making a difference, serving people. Driven by their commitment to the community, focused on building relationships, not just revenue. FITZroofing.com, fitzroofing.com. They're legit, man. They just did mine. I told you they came back and pressure washed my whole driveway, walkways, everything.
Nice.
My front, like my front area by my front door, everything.
Just as a little extra service.
Yeah, they offer that with all their roofs because when you do roofs, like nails, shingles, there's all kind of trash that just falls down, right? It's hard to get them all, but man, they cleaned up. Like,
did you do an insurance deal or was that a cash deal?
That was a cash deal.
Okay.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness!
Man, we're trying to plug here, Figure
this is
going to
be an interesting show, man. Welcome into Sports with Balls, y'all. Man, let's get going on some sports, y'all. Let's do it.
All right, I'm ready.
Welcome to Sports with Balls. Here are your hosts, Jeff Michael and Mike Scarborough.
Yeah, buddy.
Mike Scarborough.
Scarberry. I had a lot of nicknames back in the day.
Strawberry was. Oh, I can't.
Scar nuts, scar balls, Scarby,
Scarbs.
Well, because I had an accident in high school where, I was tackling a guy and literally
Busted.
broke one of my nuts.
Yeah. My buddy.
Sensor.
My buddy Blay had one of those. He jumped off. We rented a house in Galveston. We were just talking about that. Jumped off the second-story balcony and, hit the water. And, 5 minutes later, he was just trying to get out. He's like, man, something ain't right.
Yeah.
And then, the next day, it was a coconut.
Yeah. I had a basketball.
Man, what a sports with balls.
Rest in heaven, Blade. Rest in heaven.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah,
man.
he was a cool
welcome
dude.
into the show, man. We've got a lot going on today. We are going to have a blast. Man, let's talk some sports. And first off, let's get into this James Harden deal.
Sorry, eye roll.
Yeah, look, we're sitting right across the street from James Harden's restaurant, right? And driving in, I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, this guy, man, Like he bitched and whined to get out of Houston, Texas.
Right.
Where he was notorious for partying.
Yeah.
Gained a lot of weight here. Yelled and screamed and bitched and moaned to get out of Houston to go join the Big Three, right? Which would be Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and James Harden.
Himself, yeah.
James Harden. So they've only played 16 games together. Those three.
Wow.
Now you've got the Kyrie Irving situation.
At the same time.
You got the Kyrie Irving situation with the vaccination and Brooklyn, and Kevin Durant's injured all the time, and then Harden, this is unbelievable. All right, so James Harden wants out, and guess where he's going?
Philly, right?
The Philadelphia 76ers to join his good buddy Daryl Morey.
Yeah, buddy.
I
think they like to party together. Maybe.
This is so. Ben Simmons, who didn't like Doc Rivers, right? They got into it. The head coach, crybaby quitter, basically said, "I don't want to play for the 76ers." James Harden, crybaby quitter. I don't want to play for the Rockets. You just switch two crybaby quitters for another.
Yeah.
So the Nets are receiving Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, a 2022 first rounder, and a 2027 first rounder projected. That's a long time from now.
That's what the Nets are getting?
The 76ers are getting James Harden and Paul Millsap.
Huh.
Obviously, James Harden is the big name in this trade. Obviously.
Yeah.
I just don't see this is going to be interesting how James Harden and Joel Embiid work together.
Yeah, I don't.
Because he's a tough-nosed, hard-working.
Yeah, he don't mess around.
No. So I'm really interested.
And one thing we know about James, he don't like to practice all that much. I mean, he does his work, but he's not a big practice guy.
Is James Harden the same James Harden that we've seen not last year, but prior to that with the Rockets? Is he the same guy?
I think he's just collecting checks, bro.
Collecting
checks. I could be wrong, but I mean, his beard just in general annoys me. It looks really scratchy. So I think he's just kind of at that time in his career where he really is collecting checks. Because I mean, the NBA is not that strong right now. I mean, what's going on in the NBA as far as who's the power team? Who's the power team right now?
The power team would be the Milwaukee Bucks. Phoenix Suns.
Okay. So are they going to be able to compete with them now? No.
Right. I don't think so. But, okay, so let's not forget this. Let's go back real quick with the James Harden. When James Harden got traded, this is what the Rockets received. Dante Exum out of the league. Rodions Kukas out of the league.
Gone.
Avery Bradley, gone. Kelly Olynyk, gone. 20 games of Victor Oladipo. Let's not forget that. The Rockets got Victor Oladipo, only played 20 games. They got Milwaukee Bucks first-round pick, and it won't be high in 2022. They got a right to swap picks with the Miami Heat. It won't be high next year. 3 first-round picks from the Brooklyn Nets. None of them will be high. Multiple Brooklyn Nets swap picks, later on. But so basically, the Rockets got
nothing.
Trash.
Yeah.
For James Harden.
Garbage.
Yeah. James Harden goes to the Nets.
Shouldn't say garbage.
In 16 games, they went 13-3. That's with the big three playing together. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James. They've only played 16 games together, dude. That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of money sitting on the table.
What I mean, so what was James Harden bitching about? Not enough playing time, but a party scene.
That's where he wanted to go.
Yeah,
that's where he wanted to go.
He was yelling and screaming about going to Brooklyn and playing in this big three. Now here he is crying again. For all intents and purposes, from what everybody's saying, he's crying again. And now he gets his way because Ben Simmons is also crying.
They're both crying.
This is what the NBA is today.
It's become. That's what it's become.
This is unreal, man.
Babies. Bunch of babies making a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, and that's what
they don't even bang down there. They don't even get physical anymore down there inside the circle, the paint. So I don't get it, man. I guess you have to score your way, obviously, to fame nowadays in the basketball arena. But to me, it's a watered-down game. It's all who can score the most points. Whatever's going on with Harden and Simmons, maybe they know something we don't know. But, James Harden's been on a few teams now.
James Harden's a scorer. Ben Simmons is a great defensive player. And both of them are quitters.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know where – how Doc Rivers, Joel Embiid, and Daryl Morey. I mean, look, we all get it. James wanted to go back to Daryl Morey. That's his daddy. Like, who knows, man? He might have had a bunch of strippers lined up in Philly for him. Like, who knows, man? But Daryl Morey gets James Harden back into Philadelphia. Doc Rivers as the coach, and Doc Rivers doesn't like quitters. No. And he's got one.
Yeah.
He just traded one for another one.
Another one, right. How's that going to work? I mean, it's like we were talking earlier before the show. It's just, there's a toxic level of character that's coming onto the team, and it doesn't matter how good you are. If you're bringing that type of drama and that toxicity, man, there's no team unity. So it's all an individual game at that point. But you know,
is Joel Embiid gonna be able to put up with that? I highly doubt that, man.
There's gonna be some fisticuffs going on.
Joel Embiid is I mean, he's calling himself the greatest center. I mean, I love his attitude. I really love his attitude. And right now, Philadelphia sits at the 5th seed. All right. Brooklyn Nets are the 8th seed. They're 1-9 in their last 10 games, dude.
Ooh.
The Brooklyn Nets.
They spent a lot of time and money trying to build that team up, and 1-9. Wow, that's awesome. Good job, guys. Woo.
Insane. And the other, sticking with the NBA, and we'll get more on this Harden trade in a minute, but sticking with the NBA, if you go around the league and the network, which would be ESPN, whatever, it's all about the Lakers, right? Lakers currently sit in the 9th seed in the West at 26-30. That is terrible. And they just lost to the Portland Trailblazers, who have nobody on their team.
Right.
They're all hurt.
Who?
Damian Lillard's hurt.
Damian Lillard, he's always hurt, though.
LeBron came on, did a press conference last night, and he literally looks defeated and said on the press conference, I'm going to go home and drink some wine and think about it.
I'm going to chill. I'm going to go home and chill, smoke a cigar.
I mean, look.
he might want to go get traded somewhere.
Well,
why not? Get a ring.
His son will be coming into the league next year, we think, and so he's kind of holding out
for that,
and maybe he wants to go play with his son. But at this rate, they're 26-30, man. I think LeBron is almost ruining his legacy now because he's trying to be a GM.
Right.
It's not working. Russell Westbrook sat out last night, and there were talks of him being traded. Why? You brought in Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. And
now you want to trade him?
Now you want to trade.
Because don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted, fellas. LeBron James is the GM of the Lakers.
Pretty much.
Like, he is. And with the team that he put together is trash.
What the king says, the king gets.
Yeah, man, they lost to the Blazers, lost to the Bucks. They beat the Knicks, like, way to go. And then they lost to the Clippers. They beat the Trailblazers barely by 5. And then they lost to the Hawks, the Hornets, and the 76ers. Man, the NBA has some, because the teams that should be getting all the attention, right? And the bat, like Phoenix with Chris Paul.
Yeah.
They should be getting all the attention. The Miami Heat, that young badass team, they're top in the East at 35-20. Like, these teams should be getting attention. The Chicago Bulls been playing unbelievable. The Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron's old team, are 4th in the East and killing it. And yet we're talking about James Harden's bitchy little ass.
Yeah. Harden. Baby.
Ben Simmons.
Baby.
And LeBron James.
Kind of a baby.
Yeah, just a big one. He's just he's got FU money. So like,
he
allows him to do whatever he wants.
It's like, hold my beer.
Yeah, exactly.
What'd you say?
Yeah. He's got, and then you got Phoenix Suns up in the West. They're first, 44-10. Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry's playing, unbelievable this year at 41-14. These are good teams, like really good basketball teams. And all that we can talk about is who's hurt, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, who's quitting, Ben Simmons, James Harden, and the biggest name in the league that's been that way for 10 years, LeBron James. And they're all not doing well
crap.
at all.
Right.
And that's what the NBA focuses on. They have got to find a way to focus on somebody like Giannis Antetokounmpo, whatever.
Right. Well, they have to figure something out because ultimately the fans are the ones that pay the bill, right? And if they can't get fans in there and they can't get TV time, they're not going to be able to pay these guys anymore. Anyway, to me, it's a watered-down version of basketball right now. I don't know if these guys kind of hold back because they did have a long extended season because of COVID. Now that they're going into the All-Star break here pretty soon, Maybe they turn it on then. Maybe that they've all figured out, let's turn it on after our All-Star break, because there's just no way that level of talent on some of those teams are going to stay down there at the bottom like that.
Well, generally,
maybe it makes it for a better watch.
Well, this is what I generally don't do, is watch the NBA before 10 games are left in the season.
Right.
And there's a reason for it, because I think before then, like now, it is just all pickup games.
Right.
It really
going
is.
through the motions.
Just going through the motions.
Yep.
Generally, there's 8 teams in each conference that make the playoffs. 6 of them, like from the start of the season.
Right.
So it's just
automatic.
It's just sort of like a bunch of teams, vying for those last 2 playoffs, and there'll be a surprise here and there. Like this year's surprise is by far the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
They're playing great basketball. They're at 34-21. They're playing really good. And
Above
there's always
500.
the surprise team, but Detroit wasn't good. Orlando wasn't good. You knew the Knicks and the Pacers weren't good. They're at the bottom. And in the Western Conference, the Rockets are going to be terrible. You knew Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Sacramento, and the New Orleans Pelicans. In between the Pelicans and the Clippers in the West are the Los Angeles Lakers with all that talent.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all, man.
It's terrible for the league.
Hey, this is time for LeBron to pick it up, and let's see if he really is the GOAT, because
he doesn't have, like, he's trying to.
Man, people are going to argue that to death.
It's wearing on LeBron. You can see it.
Yeah.
He looks terrible. The All-Star game's coming up. They're actually picking for the All-Star game right now. Not that it matters, but Kevin Anthony, thanks. Welcome to the show, man. Sorry, guys. I know y'all mad. We missed a couple of shows, but we're back. We got 4 shows in 5 days. So get ready. Got a show tomorrow night. Then we have a show Super Bowl Sunday, and then we have the Monday after Super Bowl, which it's going to be rough.
It's going to roll us in here with a wheelchair.
It's going to be a rough show on Monday, just letting y'all know. Like, Lauren's going to come in, and I'm going to be like, yeah. Who won? I forgot.
Carry this one, Lauren.
Who won the Super Bowl? Ouch.
What? There was a Super Bowl last
And
night?
I asked 5 people today who won the NBA championship last year, and 4 of them didn't know.
Well, I don't even know.
See?
I mean, who was it? Was it? No, it was Milwaukee, right?
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
The Lakers won the COVID. If it wasn't for COVID, they would have never won that championship. They wouldn't have. If they had to go all season, they would have been injured. It would have been like they would have never won that. And LeBron's legacy, I think, is being really, really tainted
right
with
now.
with all this GM stuff, and he's trying to make all these moves. Like, oh, we got a super team. All these tweets. Y'all just wait. Okay, Anthony Davis can't walk. Russell Westbrook can't. I mean, this guy, dude. He's got, like, what is it when you just like he's got the shanks. Like in golf, like he cannot play basketball right now. Like, and he's getting hammered for it. I think that there was rumors that Russell Westbrook was going to come to Houston again, and we were going to get rid of John Wall, which would have been fine with me, because Houston just needs to get out from under John Wall's contract. He's not playing, and they're paying him a lot of money to sit on the bench. But the NBA has some work to do, man.
They got a lot.
In my opinion.
A lot.
And I keep telling people, like, dude, this is not a good look for the league.
Not at all.
It's not, man. Small market teams are taking over, and that's not good for them.
No.
You need those big market teams,
yep.
and those big names. When you got James Harden quitting on teams and saying, I
just want to go here.
Yeah, I want to go over here and play.
I want to go
and
there.
they allow him instead of playing for the team that he's, supposed to.
And, let's not forget, man, this sends a message out to some of the kids that might be watching the NBA games. I remember when I was young, we watched the NBA like crazy, but I mean, what kind of message does that send out to not only the kids, but also the people coming up behind them? It's just, it's a recipe for just Yep. It's not a good look. Hey, Russell Westbrook, you need a Mark Gray slump buster. You know what I mean?
Get your slump. Oh my god, man, dude. And look, I was under the weather a little bit because
it was cold.
It was cold. I ended up hanging out with some high school buddies that I've known, and we went over and we sat on the patio for a while at a house, and it was like 30 degrees outside.
Yeah,
man.
it was cold this
freezing,
week.
and I'm outside in like jeans and a t-shirt, man. It ended up like for like 5 hours, and I knew, like, I was like, I'm gonna get sick after this. But
yeah.
Anyways, I'm back. God damn it.
Yeah, you are back.
Sports with Balls. We are back, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Go to our Instagrams, go to our page. Just type in Sports with Balls on any podcast site. We're on there. Just say it to Alexa. We're on there. Any way you can, just type in Sports with Balls. We are there. I'm joined now by Mike Scarborough. Man, pretty much on a weekly basis you're over here now.
Yeah, man, it's fun. I look forward to it, man. It definitely gives something to look forward to. Even though, on call, I love being on call. It works for me, works for you. So It's fun.
All right, let's get into some other talk because, like Kevin said, the NBA is not that interesting. Granted, they're picking their all-star stuff this weekend, or right now, as a matter of fact. They have captains, and LeBron James picked Steph Curry. I don't know how that game's going to be interesting either.
No, I'm not going to watch. It's kind of like the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, bet the over. Man, the Pro Bowl.
Ugh.
Whose great idea was it to have it in Vegas?
With
a bunch of NFL stars?
Well, I know there are a certain group of people that were happy that they were down there. And you know what I'm talking about.
I just, man, bad weekend for Alvin Kamara. He apparently beat the crap out of some dude. I saw the pictures of it, and it was nasty. But, of course, there's two sides to every story. The guy says that Kamara started it. Kamara said that, no, the other guy started it, grabbed him. That's yet to be seen, but the guy was beat up pretty bad, and there's video.
As long as you don't use excessive force, you can defend yourself. So hopefully he was defending himself, because otherwise it's going to be nasty.
It was excessive from what I saw, but
you can't bring the brass knuckles out. And
I did win some money, though. I went over on the went over on the Pro Bowl, which I think look, I don't care what the NBA All-Star game is either.
You're going for the over.
Go over. Like it's ridiculous.
It's going to be 300 points.
Yeah. It was did you? I got to admit this, and it sounds terrible. I think I watched a minute and a half of it.
You
didn't watch zero, right?
Zero. No. I was busy. I was busy fishing and putting my drone in the ocean.
I don't know when they're going to make these things. They got to do something to make it competitive again.
I saw a little meme or whatever. It said, why don't they do like for the first round pick, for the first pick, the team that wins gets the first pick of the whatever.
Sort of like baseball.
Something. Give it something. Yeah.
Like baseball, home field advantage.
Yeah, for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it needs some sort of competitive edge to it. There was a bunch of players tweeting out. J.J. Watt said that he's seen practices that were more competitive, and it's true.
It's true.
I mean, you don't want somebody to get hurt, but you need to be competitive.
Right.
I mean, it's still the Pro Bowl.
Or don't even have the game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point?
You saw Mac Jones run 80 yards after getting his flag pulled, and I say that because they didn't tackle him. And he ran 80 yards to the end zone and started doing the gritty. That was the highlight. I swear to God, that was the highlight of the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I think the highlight of the Pro Bowl is the individual.
Yeah. Remember
individual challenges? Yeah.
Donovan McNabb threw the ball 70 yards. Yeah, that was dope. That was fun.
I want to see that. Yeah. What about the race with Tyreek Hill, Fournette? And
Lawrence
Parsons,
Micah Parsons. Yeah,
I mean,
well, Tyreek obviously.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he just kind of held up on that. But Parsons is a 4.3.
They should have had Usain Bolt, like our producer Jason just said.
Yeah,
that I would have tuned in to Usain Bolt and Tyreek Hill running a 100-yard dash.
Yeah, that'd been cool.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
I'm down for that.
Hey, they challenged each other during the football year.
You would get more. You'd get more views on that than you would the Olympics that are going on right now.
That's true. Who watches the Olympics?
I had no clue it was even on.
I know.
All of a sudden, they were like, Shaun White qualified for the finals.
You're like, huh? What?
There's what?
Did you see?
And then you got to watch it on something called Peacock.
Well,
yeah, but it sounds weird talking to your remote saying Peacock. Come on, man. You got to come up with a better name than that. Like, Amazon sounds cool. Amazon Prime, whatever. Netflix has a cool name.
Yeah,
but Peacock?
Peacock? Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the picture of where one of the ski things was right in the middle of like an industrial nuclear facility?
What?
And Are there fans?
Literally.
No, there's nothing there. They just put a ski slope in the middle of this area that would be
like Hiroshima bomb. Like
it would be like going down to our whatever where all the industrial stuff is, all our furnaces or whatever they're called. Stinky Dina, and sticking a ski slope in the middle of that. It had nuclear stacks in the background. Wow. And they're like, this is what socialism looks like. And it was like, no, there was no fans out there.
And people wonder why the NFL does so well. The NBA is garbage from what we just discussed.
Right.
And you got the Olympics that are doing it in nuclear facilities.
Right.
Like, with no fans.
Yeah.
So
zero.
Man, yeah, you wonder the NFL could be they could film scrimmages and people would watch it before they'd watch that crap.
I want to know.
Have you seen this chick in the NCAA that's dropping bombs?
The basketball chick? Yeah.
Yes, dude from Iowa?
Yeah, she's got some skills, man. She's got some moves, too.
She's
got moves like Jack.
Real.
I'd like to know if people that are watching or following, name an Olympic sport that is probably the dumbest one that they have. 'Cause
Curling.
Besides curling. Curling doesn't.
Curling.
There it is.
Oh,
look at that. I mean,
Right by a nuclear facility.
Right by-
That is insane, dude.
But they use a real good camera angle to like
So,
block all that stuff
you
out.
gotta
So it looks
realize
cool.
that we're on a sports show, right? And
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about with the Olympics.
Yeah.
That picture.
That's it.
Instead of like the actual winners or actual medals.
We're
or-
talking about
we're
that.
Talking. Oh my God, that's so terrible.
It's like being down in
Wow.
Stinky Dina.
That is unreal, man.
Could you imagine seeing
That is crazy.
a ski contraption or what do you want to call it down there in Stinky Dina? What in tar nation's
Yeah.
going on here? What in meth nation?
Just right next to the Exxon power plant. Just we're doing the long jump over here today.
What was that?
Yeah, no fans are allowed, man. Like, this is crazy. I would think curling or the sport. Well, that's Summer Olympics. Yeah, but it's curling's winter. The sport where they wave the flag, where they're like, it's like gymnastics with a trailing thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That or
What's
I
that?
think
You can
cornhole. I
you
think
can
cornhole is an Olympic sport now.
I think they do breakdancing. Like, there's so many things you can replace that with now. Because look, y'all, all these kids, like 2022 has moved on to all sorts of different things. Like, so I think think y'all can get rid of a couple of these sports.
Right.
Like, for real. Or there's people like,
Yeah,
like,
that would be cool.
yeah, video games.
I'd
That'd be
watch
dope.
that.
But,
Little
like,
Fortnite.
Yeah, a little Madden. Like, Madden is an
That'd be
Olympic
cool.
sport,
Hey,
dude.
Dude, those dudes get crunk when they
Yeah.
play. Like they're actually playing.
You can turn it into gambling.
I bet those guys that do really good on Madden, those competitions, like those are the dudes on the football team that just are absolutely garbage. But when you see them on the TV playing their Madden, they look like they're pretty damn scary.
Kevin Anthony, man, he said they used the CVS receipts in that event where they do the flag, and that's true. That is true, man. Like,
Oh, dude,
I
no.
went there the other day and I took a picture of it. This thing just kept spitting out. All I did was buy candy, right? And it just kept spitting out. Like, I was like, wow, all right. And,
That was a good one, Kevin.
yeah, Kevin Anthony. Appreciate all you guys paying attention, watching Chewy's in here. A lot of people on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, YouTube. All you guys, keep your comments coming, man. Like the show. Share the show, please. We do appreciate it. We got a bunch more coming up for you, man. It's been a fun show already.
Yeah, buddy.
Pro Bowl, they gotta fix it.
Yeah.
I would think, like Jason was saying, make some events that are, a little bit more fun for us to watch. I would love to know who throws the football the furthest.
Yeah.
We always talk about who has the strongest arm, and they used to do that.
They're not doing that anymore.
No,
What?
they don't do
I liked when
any
they
of
had
that.
like the golf carts back in the 80s and they had like a little target on it and they
Yeah,
throw it at-
dude.
yeah, things
Nowadays
like
you
that.
might get sued for it.
Yeah,
They had. I mean, look. Some people got hurt when they did the the flag football game. And
Yeah.
that was fun. I remember. I think it was Icky Woods that tore his.
Yeah,
tore
he blew his knee
knee
out.
out, and he was amazing. That
Yeah.
was like they
Ended
stopped
his
it.
career.
Yeah. I
No,
remember.
and then they have dodgeball, which was pretty cool. They used to have. I don't know if they're doing dodgeball because that's not appropriate in high school anymore. They can't play dodgeball.
You have to be a roided up 260 linebacker in order to throw a dodgeball at another person now.
Right.
Now, what would be fun is because I know dodgeball is a competitive sport. I know they got dodgeball teams. Put a real dodgeball team out there versus some NFL players.
That'd be cool.
Now that
would
would
be
be
fun. I
interesting.
mean, like a beer league against some
Yeah,
NFL guys because
dude,
you
I
know
mean,
how fired up
That
they'd
would be dope.
We're
man.
taking you down, man.
Yeah, and they probably would win.
What in tarnation is
But
going on here?
Appreciate y'all joining in, man. We've already had a lot of fun on here. Sports with Balls as usual. All right, y'all, let's get into this game on Sunday. The Cincinnati Bengals are the home team.
Yeah.
Very,
in LA.
Very awkward in LA. Have you seen the ticket prices for this game?
Nah, I saw Chad Ochocinco throwing them up there, and
They shot down.
oh,
I mean, crazy. They went from $6,434 the get-in price
meh, meh.
to $3,723.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Right.
and it was because I guess that was. I want to say that's when they found out that. Let's see, that was the get-in price on Sunday, January 30th. So right before they found out Kansas City got beat by the Bengals.
So it dropped the price down because it makes sense. Well,
That's insane. Like that's almost a $3,000 drop in prices.
I mean, who can? Man, I know people make a lot of money, but I ain't dropping. Even if I had a ton of money, I don't think I'm dropping $6,000 to watch a football game. Sorry, but I mean, I shouldn't say that on air, maybe. But I mean, that is just ridiculous. I mean, how's an average Joe or fan gonna go and enjoy that? They can't, you know. Like, no, you can't. So I pose a question to all the former players and all that. Like, it is the fans' game, and that's something that they should be able to enjoy instead of all the corporate people that buy the tickets. Why don't they develop a fund and donate some tickets to, like, some real fans? So that real fans are in the stand.
I know they do that to a bunch of people.
Right.
I mean, it's not a lot of them, but these corporations that buy up a bunch of these tickets, they give them to charities. They give them to people.
True.
There's plenty of that goes on. I don't mind the prices that much. Look, it's going to fill up.
Yeah.
Like 100%, it will fill.
Totally.
What I do mind now is that the LA, they have not dropped their mandate where it's illegal to not wear a mask. So, and they have this thing now. I was reading about it the other day. So the playoff game in L.A., people were holding on to their popcorns and their hot dogs and drinks so they wouldn't have to wear a mask. They're going to have something like 2,000 or 3,000 people walking around their security where you can only eat your food or hold it like without eating it for like 20 or 30 seconds, and they will tell you to put your mask back on.
What? That is
ridiculous, dude.
I'm not going.
And it takes 2.5 hours to get in because
Yeah.
they have to check your vaccination card. They've got to check it, or you have to show a negative test, and they have to validate that within the last 2 days. Or you have to be vaccinated. You got to check your temperature. It is a nightmare. So people like, you going to the game? I think even if they offered us to go to the game, I'm gonna hold off.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off.
I'm gonna wait till next year, dude. That sounds more like a hassle.
Yeah, it's too much of a hassle, and plus I wouldn't even be comfortable hanging out with people that are worried about that. You're at a football game. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, it's been an absolute cluster, whatever you want to call it, at the Super Bowl.
Like, hey, can I touch that? Or like, the thing that really gets me when I'm out in public is that they try to maintain that social distancing. You're walking down the street and like there's that little, I'm gonna veer off that way. I'm like, come on, guys. I mean, so if you're at a football game and you're sitting by someone, I don't want to worry about that. It's just, I think it takes the enjoyment out of watching the football game. Hey, if you don't want to do it, don't go to the game. But whatever, go to the game, wear the mask, find a way to put it on your chin, kind of like in
I'm sure people are gonna
chin diapers.
Yeah, they're gonna figure it out. But that just sounds. I mean, that doesn't sound fun at all.
Maybe people that go to the game, they'll just stand up against it and be like, we're not doing it. Let's take the power back, right?
Well, let's talk about making some money because good buddy Kevin Anthony says he's $1,700 deep already in gambling on the Super Bowl, which I'm sure a lot of people are. Currently, let's see, right here. Currently, the line sits at, it went back to 3.5. It was 4.5, which is interesting. Means some people are taking the Bengals.
They're teasing it.
I think that Mattress Max bet alone might have pushed it a little bit.
Yeah.
Rams minus 3.5, over under at 48.5.
Whoa.
And this should be a fun game.
Whoa.
I like the
24
under.
points per team.
I like the under because I think both defensive lines have been playing well. And if the Bengals stay with they can do a 3 or 4 man rush, and that's it, and they can get pressure.
Yeah.
That means they drop 8 back.
Yeah.
And that's what they did to Kansas City, and it worked.
But it worked. Slowed them down.
So, you force Matt Stafford to throw the ball, he's going to make mistakes.
Yeah, he's going to make a pick. There are going to be a couple picks in this game. If there's a bet on a pick, I'm going to go on it with Stafford. At least 2.
I like the under. I like the under.
Yeah.
And if I was going to parlay it, I would take the Bengals plus the 3.5 and the under.
Let it roll.
And just
yeah.
go with it. But there's some interesting prop bets, man. Right now, Odell Beckham Jr., first touchdown scorer, plus 750.
Whoa.
That's an interesting bet.
I'll put $1 on that.
All right. Los Angeles Rams first drive, field goal attempt, plus 400. And the Cincinnati Bengals first drive field goal attempt, plus 430.
Oh, hell,
Those are both incredible bets.
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
$1? Put $1, you make it.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to score a touchdown. Well, this is their first drive attempt, so they can go 3 and out or score a touchdown, or you get a turnover. Like one way or the other, like, you see how it goes. But those are both great bets.
Yeah. I mean, it's an easy bet.
Yeah.
You can't get hurt on it. Uh-oh.
Who?
They're coming for you, Jeff.
Yeah,
I got bro.
Mike's here. You gotta the coin toss. All right, the coin toss is minus 105 for both heads or tails. Who in their right mind is calling heads?
Right. Why wouldn't they?
You always go tails. You have to
always
go
tails, but they'd be. What are the chances of them going 3 times heads?
They got a bunch of them.
Oh wow, man! There's something going down.
Mike, what'd you do, bro?
I don't know. I mean,
5 police officers.
Pretty sure I paid my.
You paid your
fine.
Did you pay your tab before you got on air? No, I think they're eating. Man. That's funny as that. Wow, it's like the show turned. We're all nervous.
Yeah. There was a day, man. I was looking over my shoulder, man.
God.
Things got real heavy in 2015, man.
But like 5 SWAT team members just rolled in here.
I'm not kidding.
Jesus, bro. The over. This is interesting too. The over. Evan McPherson, 1.5 field goals.
1.5. That's it.
I would take that. I'd take the over. I think he'll kick 2 field goals.
Yeah, easy. At least 3.
I think they'll use him a lot. I think Evan McPherson, and he's their leading scorer,
Yeah,
right?
he's a beast, man.
I think that he's going to be. They don't have to worry about scoring a touchdown every time.
Yeah.
Right. So if they
Right.
get in field goal range,
They can boop it.
They might be able to take a couple of shots. If they don't make it, boom,
Yeah.
3 points, because it's all about points, right? That's why I think the under is also very, very interesting in this game. Jamar Chase scoring the first TD, plus 675.
Wow.
That's huge.
Damn. I mean,
Because that could happen really easily.
Yeah. I mean, that's their go-to guy.
Yeah.
But it's got to be the first touchdown.
Yeah, first touchdown. You got Cooper Kupp, first touchdown, plus 390. Bengals first drive, touchdown, plus 340. Joe Burrow, this is a good one. Joe Burrow's rushing yards is at 11.5
A game? Or for this game?
for the game.
Wow. I mean, I would take that. I think you go more.
Yeah, I think I'm going to
Easy.
over on that.
He's going to
too.
be running his ass
Even
off.
though both these quarterbacks are pocket,
Yeah.
right? Both of them. Stafford even ran a little bit in his game.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
Burrow, man, he's always been a kind of an athletic guy out of the pocket, but I would take that all day plus 11 because, he's going to be running for his life in this game, in my opinion.
So here's the top 10 props by handle, which is money. There will be overtime. No is minus 1,500.
Wow.
I would almost put $20 saying there is
Just
an
let
overtime.
Right.
Like,
Why-
because this game like the last 7 games, whatever, have all been decided in the last possession.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't this one?
Hey, and we all want it. We want to see it go
So
overtime because it's
I-
been a huge topic.
It's minus 1,500. That's incredible. And
Let's just get a couple thousand out and throw it on there.
you got Rams first drive, field goal attempt plus 400. Bengals first drive, field goal attempt plus 430. I told you about Beckham, the Burrow. Cam Akers, this is interesting. Cam Akers rushing yards is plus 105 for 64.5.
Damn, no way. I don't see anybody getting over 100 in this
I don't
game.
know.
I mean,
don't know.
100 rushing yards in a Super Bowl, that would be impressive. I don't know what the record is. but
Check this out. This is a great bet. All right, to hedge your coin toss bet. Opening kickoff to be a touchback. I'm almost guaranteeing you it's a touchback.
What
all
are
right?
we going to do, a squib kick?
But no, they say no is plus 100.
Oh,
So if it's not a touchback, you immediately win your $100.
that's a little taste. They're giving you one of
yeah,
those
they're
tastes.
like, here, we want you to bet on
yeah.
more stuff.
You get your hopes up and get you all Oh yeah, dude, my confidence is up. I won that one.
Yeah, obviously prop bets in the Super Bowl are absolutely fantastic. I urge you not to spend too much money, but play squares, play prop bets. They're fun.
So how does a guy in Houston, Texas, go about getting a bet in for a prop bet?
Oh, you can go to. There's tons of sites.
Okay.
Tons of sites, and I would advertise for one of them right now, but they need to pay me some money first.
Yeah. Show me
Jason's
the
got
money.
one. Jason's got one up. There's plenty.
Money
there's
talks, BS1,
plenty of sites that you can go to now, man. They're all over the place. But again, I urge you to play those. Play $5-10 here and there on those things, man.
Yeah.
It will. I mean, they're fun and they help you out. Now, don't throw hundreds like Kevin Anthony over there, but he's how are you $1,700 deep on the Super Bowl?
Yeah, but he plays a lot of squares too, though, right?
I guess, man. That is a lot to be that. That's a lot of money. Do your wife know that?
Yeah, right.
Like, mine would be mad. I mean,
I always hear, I need to talk to my wife about that, or I need to talk to my husband about that first. Did you do that? I hear that all the time. I
Yep.
gotta talk to my wife first. Why, dude?
Sticking with the NFL, man. Some incredible things. Incredible is a weird way to say it. So all the coaching hires are done.
Oh boy,
There were 8
There
of
we
them.
go.
This is really. I'm gonna name these names off to you, right? All right. Bears, Matt Eberflus. Broncos, Nathaniel Hackett. Giants, Brian Daboll. Raiders, Josh McDaniels. Vikings, Kevin O'Connell. Jaguars, Doug Peterson. Dolphins, Mike McDaniel. Texans, Lovie Smith. Saints, Dennis Allen.
Is this?
I just, man, not one of those. I'm like, that's a great hire.
Yeah, it doesn't move the needle. It doesn't
at
tickle
all.
me at all. It's just kind of right.
I just think it's like I feel like all of these are safe hires.
Very safe.
Like very conservative,
There's
safe
no
hires.
McVay, no Shanahan, no young dude that just kind of hadn't been doing anything, or he's working his way up, and
Yeah.
they're going to take a chance on him.
I agree.
It is different. I mean, hey, we're getting a whole new slew of quarterbacks in the league because the old schools are going out, and we got a whole new little regime of head coaches coming in. So this is their chance.
They showed Mike McDaniel, who is for those of you all obviously don't know who he is, head coach of the Dolphins. They showed him on the plane talking to Tua Tagovailoa and saying that they're going to build the team around him, which obviously you've got to do that, but Tua's already been injured probably 3 of his last 4 years, including college. Like Tua's injury prone. You got I don't understand a lot of these hires. And this has nothing. Look, I'm not going to get political. We don't do that here. I don't care about the whole race thing. I don't care who they hire, whatever. Like, this has to do with strictly them hiring a person that's fit for the job. None of these, like you said, move the needle.
None at all.
I'm not like, man, that was great.
Yeah.
Lovie Smith for the Texans. I mean, were the Texans' defense the last couple of years great? Was it?
Well, no, but they also lacked a lot of talent.
He's a winning coach. He's been in the Super Bowl. I understand that, but I don't think that was a great hire for them either.
Well, yeah, yes and no, because look, they lacked massive talent on the defense, and to run his defense, you have to have guys that can move. He's not a big put a big bunch of big guys up front. He likes athletic guys that can make plays. Everybody does, but his style of defense requires guys that with good speed, good agility, ability to wiggle, and play smash mouth football. So what he got here in Houston, I think, was just it wasn't his type of guys. But now that he's head coach, he's gonna have to put his money where his mouth is, because he did sell himself pretty good on his presser. So, hey, dude, he's got a cool beard. He looks like a cool dude. I think players like to play for him. So the positive silver lining in that is that he looks much more like a head coach than David Coley, and sounds like one too.
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, obviously, of those that I listed, he's the one that stands out, right?
Well, it's because we know and
he's older.
Yeah, he's older,
and I get it. I understand that the trend in the NFL is young, energetic, offensive-minded coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it. I totally understand. The Texans are still trying to figure out what they're going to do with Deshaun Watson.
Right.
Like, nobody knows. Like, people don't understand. You don't know what's going to happen with that situation.
Yep.
And they said it's going to be done before March 16th, which is coming up quick.
It'll be around the corner. Yep.
Does the hire of Lovie Smith convince Deshaun Watson to come back to the Texans, or is he done with the organization? I mean, we still don't know about the court stuff going on. Like, can he come back if the stuff's not settled?
Right.
I don't know.
Well, you're right. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Now, what I saw in the press conference is that a lot of the former players came back, and that was one of the things that happened with Bill O'Brien. He pushed a lot of those guys out because obviously they didn't really like Bill O'Brien. But I don't think David Coley was the guy. They're like, hey, we're going to come back and get on this train. But I saw a lot of familiar faces, veterans in there, a couple Pro Bowl guys in the audience. And if Lovey can get those guys to come in and buy in and help build that team around Lovey, they have a good shot, because at the end of the day, it's the players that are out there playing. The coaches coach, right?
I felt bad for David Coley, man. I really did. I thought he was a pawn.
Yeah, a total pawn.
And,
I mean,
granted, look, he probably made.
He got his $20 million.
Yeah, he got paid a lot of money. But dude, you want to talk about I mean, they just used him.
Totally.
Why didn't you put Lovie Smith in there in the first place?
And that's embarrassing. Look at it. Look,
they just keep running themselves over.
That's his career.
Yeah, I think.
And they made him basically look like a Hey, yeah, he got $20 million, but how is he going to be taken seriously anywhere else? Maybe he doesn't want to go anywhere else.
I thought he did a decent job last year with what he had.
Well,
I really did.
He didn't have much to work with.
That's
but
what I'm saying.
The guy was pretty goofy as far as when it comes to head coach.
I mean, look, if David Coley is fine with his situation, which I'm probably sure he is, man, I'd love to talk to him. Like, I'm sure he made enough money. He's like, man, never thought I'd be in this situation in the first place.
Like,
so,
I got a good one.
Good
for
to go.
Here's my take on that. All right, like, I'm a pretty goofy dude. All right, I'm fun to hang out with, whatever, all that stuff. But I'm not a head coach, right?
Yeah.
You'll go out and have a good time with me, but I'm not going to be able to lead like a head coach. And that's what David Coley reminds me of. A guy that you can go out and have a good time. He's positive, he's fun, blah, blah, but he's not a head coach. So it was a little weird that he was hired. He's totally a scapegoat on that deal.
Definitely, 100%. A good note to come out of this, and not a lot of people saw this, but I wanted Rich Bisaccia from the Raiders, who did an incredible job.
Great job there, man.
Incredible job. Did not get a head coaching job.
Which is weird.
I thought he was awesome, man. He's a player's coach. They loved him. And you saw once they let him go, all the players reached out to him. He wrote handwritten letters to all of them, thanking them. The Packers hired him as their new special teams coach, and we all know how the Packers special teams imploded in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So good for him, for Rich Bisaccia, to get another job in the NFL. I'm sure he wanted a head coaching job, and hopefully it'll come soon. But, he's with the Packers now, and I'm glad. I wanted him to stay with the Raiders, but at least he's back coaching. Good for him, man, because he did a fantastic job with a team that, since New Orleans and Katrina, they went through everything.
Yeah, haven't
that
done
was
much.
Wild.
That, and also the controversy with the Chucky. Came in and cleaned that up. But, yeah, I mean, it seems like a cool guy. I mean, the fact that he handwritten, that's a lost art nowadays. And if anybody who's watching, young kids, whatever, write handwritten letters. There's power behind that.
There's a couple of rumors flying around about it right now. One is the Washington Commanders, which still sounds weird to say, man. They're finalizing a deal for Giants quarterback Daniel Jones, where they would swap Daniel Jones for Terry McLaurin and the 11th pick in the upcoming draft.
Whoa. That's the offense coordinator that went.
Why do the Commanders want Daniel Jones?
I don't know.
Daniel Jones, I think, has proven what he is and what he isn't.
He's just kind of.
He's a backup quarterback at best.
Yeah.
I would think. Maybe that's why they want the 11th pick in the upcoming draft, draft another quarterback. But Terry McLaurin is a beast. Terry McLaurin, wide receiver for the Washington Commanders.
Okay.
That's going to take a while to get used to, man.
Yeah.
The Commanders.
Good Commanders.
I loved the Washington football team. I love WFT.
Yeah, WFT's kind of cool.
I thought that was dope as a little throwback. I was okay with that, man.
The fact that they had to change their name, I'm not cool with, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. WFT.
Matt Eberflus to the Bears. Sure. He's the old DC for the Indianapolis Colts. Nathaniel Hackett to the Broncos.
I don't even know who that guy is. I mean, I should know.
What's interesting is that, these hires, you have Devontae Adams and you have Aaron Rodgers on the move, right? Or supposedly on the move. Are they good friends? If they want to go to Denver, are they good friends with Nathaniel Hackett?
I don't know.
Are they good friends with Matt Eberflus in Chicago?
No.
I don't know these things because you have to strategize towards that.
Because you're going to be bringing players in. Yeah, especially free agent. Yeah.
I don't know if Aaron Rodgers wants to go play for a rookie head coach.
No, I doubt it.
Why would you do that?
Here's something I just thought about. This actually might play well for the Texans bringing Levy because there's going to be guys out there on the market that are going to want to come play for him, in my opinion, over some of these other guys. Think about it. Now, I don't think he's going to get some marquee guys, but and that's the thing. What people don't understand when you
are the Texans going to the Super Bowl next year?
No, they're never going to the Super Bowl.
This might help.
No way.
They're never.
Sorry.
This might help them. In the right direction, maybe.
I don't know. No, man, look at the Green Bay Packers. The last 30 years, they've had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, and they combined won 3.
And
that's one of the greatest. I mean, seriously.
I'm gonna before we got a couple minutes left, man, and I'm gonna just put this out here for you, Joe Burrow and Cincinnati Bengals fans. Be careful about Joe Burrow being a superhero, okay? Because he only had to play Kansas City, Tennessee. He played with Ryan Tannehill and a really hurt Derrick Henry coming back from injury. He didn't have to face Josh Allen and the Bills because Kansas City and then went to that was Super Bowl one. I thought this year.
Oh, it was good.
But Marino went to a Super Bowl in his second year. Dan Marino did, and never went back. 15 years.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers went in his third year, never went back. Brett Favre has 1. Drew Brees 1. Y'all be very careful about saying that Joe Burrow is the next coming of Tom Brady.
Right.
It is. Those are Hall of Fame first ballot quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Cincinnati Bengals had an easy ride, but their division was terrible this year.
Yeah.
In fact, I heard a stat today. Joe Burrow's 0-3 against Baker Mayfield.
What?
True.
Oh my God.
When Baker's healthy, he's 0-3. So you got
found that stat?
you had Cleveland in their division, obviously that wasn't that good this year. All the Baker Mayfield drama. Pittsburgh Steelers trash this year. Ben Roethlisberger was terrible, and then you had Lamar Jackson, who was hurt all year for the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
So just be careful of thinking that the Cincinnati Bengals, this may be, don't take it the wrong way, but it could be lightning in a bottle right now for Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Don't expect this every single year.
No. And I did say earlier during the playoffs that there was something special about Cincinnati, and they did get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they have something.
But they're going to get their ass kicked.
Oh,
Period.
I like it.
It is going to be an absolute slaughter. I think, you know what? The powers to be during halftime are going to be like, okay, take it a little easy on them because we need to make this interesting because it could be a boring Super Bowl like it was. What year was it? It was super boring.
Maybe it's the close to the anniversary of Tom Brady, the 28-3 comeback, because that would be fantastic. That was the most exciting Super Bowl I've watched in a long time. But look, guys,
don't count on it.
We've got more talk tomorrow night, man. We'll get into a lot more of this, and we'll break down the Super Bowl a lot more, and then get ready for Super Bowl Sunday, which is 3 days away. I cannot wait. Real quick, Robert Manfred announced for the MLB has agreed to a draft lottery and a universal DH. Big moves for the MLB. Looks like hopefully they're making strides to come back. Mike Scarborough, awesome having you on the show as usual.
Yeah, buddy.
Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow night, man. This is Sports with Balls. Thank all of y'all for paying attention.
Hey, if I come back tomorrow, I'll wear my helmet and shoulder pads.
All right, man, I got to thank a couple of people. Construction Concepts, changing corporate culture one design at a time. From hospitality to corporate luxury retail, medical facilities, their team of experts can create or update a space that exceeds your expectations. Give them a call, 713-589-2682. My man Roy Stanton over there at Hybrid Technologies. When it comes to reliability, they're the ones you need. Phones, cable services, surveillance cameras, cloud services for your business, home, whatever. That guy will hook you up. Give Roy a call, 832-336-1201. And, of course, Mike, appreciate you.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm Jeff Michael. This is Mike Scarborough. Sports with Balls, y'all. We out of here.
Shake and bake. Yeah.